actually get the answers anyway. Yeah, right. So, but no worries. I'll answer them first here. So I'm going to go through the Q&A with you guys before I invite my special guest Nancy up on the with our interview tonight. It's going to be really interesting, and she has a lot of great insights because she actually does a lot of practice on face reading, and actually she teaches face reading for our academy. So I want her to be here with me tonight to share with you some of her experiences and tips for you guys on birthmarks, scars, and moles. And I think some of your favorite topics. What is that? The most asked question. According to my brother, is the most asked question in face reading, our face reading academy so far. All right. So let's go through some of the slides that my team has prepared for tonight, shall we? So we have first question from I think you can see the question on your screen. If you enlarge your screen, guys, then you can see the question, and I can put a dual screen here so everyone can join me at the same time. So Ayman from Dubai. All right, I love Dubai. How are you, Ayman? Is that true that plastic surgery of the face can change the luck, and if yes, which parts must be fixed? I think this question Nancy can be answering you, because she deals with a lot of women who does plastic surgery, I think. Okay, so because I deal largely with a lot of businessmen, and I don't think businessmen or women like to reconstruct their face and move things around. Yeah, so I think in general, let me answer your question here. I think a major reconstruction, if someone is like fucking ugly and you transform the face into somewhat beautiful, then of course you will change that person's destiny, right? But if that person is only a small little tweak here and there, I doubt it will change a lot of things in a person's destiny. Okay, the reason you have a big change, I mean, come on, right? If someone, let's say now, have like the nose looks like this, right? I mean, if your nose looks like this, obviously you're not going to get a lot of business having a nose like that. So maybe by changing it, right, the wealth palace no longer shoots out, So, by the way, if a nose face to the heaven, it's considered a leaking wealth nose. So yes, of course, changing that do affect a little bit, because it does affect your self-confidence, affects your perception of yourself. And because now you're more, happy with yourself, you're confident in yourself, it does change. But right, it is because you now changed your inner view about yourself that subsequently changed your destiny. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. All right, so we have a lot of people here tonight, so I'm going to go through the questions a little bit quicker. And some of these questions, be sure to ask Nancy when she comes out here shortly. Okay, so this is from GBD Lim. Okay. What do light green veins on the face mean? It's called waikan. Okay, I see this on and an overworked person, right? Sometimes it's called, sometimes if it's on the middle of the forehead, it can represent wisdom. Yeah, so not all green veins are good. If it's in the nose, it does represent. It says this in the Chinese text. Okay, 北凉 I can't remember right now because it's so late in the night. Okay. Okay, we'll come back to I can't remember right now. I'll remember this shortly. I know the English version of it. So if it's the nose has a green patch, that means the person is scared and fearful right now. Okay, scared and fearful. So usually when a person says when your face is palish green, usually they are afraid of something. So if your face turned green first, as in green veins, I mean, how can a face turn green unless you're the Hulk? So other than that, if you turn green, generally you are afraid of something. Okay, or something fearful might happen soon. Now, what I find useful is we are learning not only the meaning of various facial features, but great wisdom from your suggested solutions to overcome weaknesses. Looking forward to learn more. Great, Ho Kai Ru. Thank you so much for this comment. All right, I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so Sagittarius. Wow, what feature shows Hakfu? Okay, Sagittarius. Hakfu basically means counter husband. Okay, now depending. what your version of counter husband means. Let me first define it. Counter husband basically usually refers to a woman who, in the old days, the impression is she brings bad luck to husband. Okay, a lot of face readers misread this as a woman being bad luck, and in the ancient late Qing dynasty, this is also one of the source that why a lot of women cannot get married, because some fucking face reader tell them, hey, your girl counter the husband, therefore don't take this, don't marry this woman, right? So it's the wrong saying. A counter husband phase basically mean the lady might be stronger in character, maybe she has more talented, maybe she's more outspoken, maybe she has capacity to be richer than the husband. And because back in the old days, some men are so inferior of a more successful woman that they say this woman countered the husband. Of course, she has an opinion. So today, if you take the same principle and apply it in the Western society, it's really not acceptable, because then almost all women will counter husband because they have an opinion, right? So in the ancient days, women basically cannot counter what the husband is saying. I think it depends. If a lady is intelligent and the man is also intelligent, one can appreciate each other's opinions. I don't think it's called countering. What happens is certain features on a lady may show that she is exceptionally strong in opinion, that she doesn't think she's wrong, or maybe it pushes her to is very selfish and she wants someone to come into her life just so that so that she's happy, but it doesn't matter whether he's happy or not. Now that sort of relationship won't turn out to be good, and it's also not good for that guy. Okay, so if that's the case, then this type of relationship is considered negative relationship, so it's considered hurtful. Okay, so certain features, for example, today would be droopy eyes. Okay, if her eyes looks like this, it's too needy. Okay, a person who's like every morning you gotta say I love you, right? If you don't say I love you, then she feel like, oh, you don't love me anymore just because you forgot to say it this morning, right? And then she's like, oh fuck, you forgot to tell me I love you. So she becomes insecure, and then she just lash on to her husband, and then she needs to go and check his phone, and make sure that he's gonna go and meet another. If he start talking to another girl, she freaks out, and then she'll use the blackmailing and say, you know what, I don't need you. I can walk away from you today and find another person. That's all bullshit. It's like that. Yeah. So all right. Later on, I have some examples to show you, but I hope you say to the end. Kenny just told me that we have examples. I hope you remove you're their face, so you can't remove their name. Doesn't matter. Okay, so there's a lot of counter husband features in the advanced tier. I've removed their names and also covered some of their features, so it will be safe to talk to you about this feature. That's the thing about teaching classes, right? I gotta make sure that we don't take the students over and say, this is harmful, yeah. So that class is face reading class is not easy to write. Okay, all right. Yeah, and conversely, some guys bring shit to their wives. All right, so and I think it's a two-way street. All right. Okay, so wow, you put a lot of questions on where the photos. At the bottom, okay. Coming soon. All right. So, Christine, what is the meaning of having a mole on the nose on the right side? All right, I'll leave this for Nancy, okay? Christine, I guess Nancy is expert of moles. She is mole master. Nancy is listening to this right now. I'll leave her to answer you. Okay, what does dark patches on both sides on the mouth means? Okay, this one I leave Nancy to answer. No, I want to answer this one. So, dark patches on both sides of the mouth. Now, some people dark patch because they say, okay? For some reason, some people got saliva coming out from their face. Like some white bubbles here, some hygiene shit that are happening in their lives. I mean, seriously, these people have relationship problem. I mean, you don't need face reading to tell you this. If someone has a mouth like that, I mean, would you let someone like this, like shit coming out of the mouth, like Pak Leong Kam type mouth? How can you have a relationship with this type of person right now? So if black patch as a result of saliva that forms bubbles, definitely is a relationship issue. All right. 唔使問阿貴㗎啦嚇。Okay. What does the meaning of upper twitch in the eyelid? Okay. Right side depends on ladies or guys, okay? So there's a saying in the Chinese, you write this down, yeah? 左吉右兇 for the guys, okay? For ladies is 右吉左兇, yeah? So which means left auspicious, right inauspicious for guys and opposite for ladies, okay? So take note of that. All right. Why you don't advise removing eyebrow? What does mustache means? She's a man, baby. That's what it means. Okay. All right. I'm joking. What happens is, all right. If you have a mustache, maybe you should remove it. It's better for relationships. Okay. So usually, this is a yang feature. So we say that and I'm talking really, it doesn't look, I'm not joking. 女生男相, for a female to be born with male features, that is one of the nature in the books called 黑夫, means counter husband. Okay? My brother is laughing. So, all right. 女生男相, so female born with male features. Okay? So basically, if you watch Austin Powers, you know, all right? So, you don't like that, okay? So I would suggest you remove the mustache, marry glow, all right? You won't really glow with mustache, all right?
She says it's not me.
Oh, it's not you, all right?
Of course.
I didn't mean it was you, all right? I'm glad you didn't send a photo. Okay. Hui Jun, what does mean if there is a mole on the forehead in the middle near the eyebrow? Okay, listen. If it's in the middle of the forehead, it cannot be freaking near to the eyebrows, okay? So where is it now? Is it in the middle or is it near the eyebrows? Please make up your mind first before we talk about this, yeah? Okay. So red mole on the upper left eyelid, what does it mean? Upper left eyelid, red mole. Red is usually good, okay? So eyelid, unfortunately, is not so good because it is in the verge of the property palace. It does mean that the property palace can be constantly have piping problems, water problems, and or electricity problems, okay? All right, so I have a mole inside my lower. Okay, read the mole questions to this Nancy in a short while. Okay, let me just bring out some of the photos because tonight we're supposed to talk about photos.
Share before we bring out the photos.
All right, before I bring out the photos, you need to click on share first. All right, I want you guys to share this very episode with all your friends because this part is going to be so much fun. So I want to see how many people share it right now, okay? If you've done it, please click on the type of me here so I know. I'm going to have a sip of my green tea. Listen, it says whole garden, but it's actually green tea. Believe me. All right, so click on the share button and type of me on a live comment. All right, thank you, Zalwin James, Renee Lau, Francis, thank you. All right, great. I like that. Thank you so much. We're gonna have we have almost like 900 people watching right now. Thank you so much for joining me. Someone just asked me if you've got a headache in the morning, what should they do? See a doctor. That's the right thing to do. All right. Okay, good. All right, if you're ready, let's talk about the first example that I have here. First question. This is an actual question. So I hope you are with me. I'm from Mexico. I'm a housewife. My question is about health. What will the advice? Thank you. All right. Now, your photo that you sent to me has dark patches on the children palace, which is below the eyes. And your eyes, Ruth, it's actually called the 3 white eyes. Okay. So if you look at now I'm going to point to it because I can't point in the photo. So this part of the eyes, if you look at the photo right now, if you enlarge the screen, you can see it. It's dark. This represents for a lady the cervical or the womb. All right. So gynecological issues is one thing. And if I look at the nose right here, if you zoom into your photo right now, you can see there's actually a dark patch here. So cervical and digestive issues is the main issue. So you should go and check it out. All right. I believe it could be gallbladder stone. That is also one of the reasons why you have stomach related issues. Okay. So let's continue. The next one here. All right. Okay, Jennifer Lu. I'm born in 1986. What is the obstruction in my career and marriage? Indecisiveness. Okay. Look at the eyes. All right. Do you notice the eyes? This is considered one big, one small. And if you look at the eyebrows, it goes in opposite direction. If now, you guys, I want you to look closely to the picture that I'm posting right now. Yeah. Can you see both eyes is not the same size? Okay, it's very subtle. Face reading, I learned the subtleties. I'm glad you sent the photos here. Second thing, zoom in. Now I'm going to show it up here. Zoom into the eyebrows. Can you see the eyebrows right now? Okay, it grows. Watch me. Grows this direction, and the back grows this direction a little bit. When you go a reverse growth eyebrows, it indicates confusion in terms of character. Okay, so that could be one of the reasons why you have issues. Okay, so if it's not about finding a suitable boss, I mean, you want to find a suitable boss so that you can continue to be indecisive and fickle-minded, can't make up your mind. Maybe you should not work then. Okay, I don't or work for a dumb boss, right? If you're going to work for a capable person, he's going to expect you to be, decisive and make up your mind quick and be clear on what you want to do. Okay, removing the hair will not solve this problem. Perhaps remove the bad habit, that will solve the problem. All right, so here is another question. Bert, I have many unfavorable features, one of which indicates ruthless for negative reasons. Result, is this true? I practice martial arts and esoteric arts. Okay, so unfavorable features. Well, if you focus on the unfavorable, then of course you'll be unfavorable. All right, there can be, any person can have unfavorable features, and I'm going to leave the mole for Nancy because she is really into moles. All right, she's the mole master. Now, I can see Nancy there is like, don't do this to me. All right, let me talk about a few things that is good, Bert. All right, your earlobes, 相居潮口, okay. 相居潮口 is actually a long life feature. And you look at your laughter lines, all right? Your laughter lines are long all the way down here, almost to the chin, okay? 何知人家82法齡低誰時, all right? How do you know a person can 82 all the way down to the lips? And what secures that is your your earlobes point towards the mouth, okay, like this. You see the photo? All right? So 相居潮口 is a good feature, all right? And women like you, all right? So that's a good feature. So I wouldn't look at just the negative features. So always focus on the positive. That's what I teach in the advanced tier. Don't keep looking at the negative. If you look at negative, then everyone has negative. I have negative. Nancy will have negative. Everyone has negative, all right? So you always look for what is good and focus on what is good, okay? My mom is age 52, would like to know which features on it represent current luck cycle. 52 years old onwards is around the mouth. Okay, look at the mouth feature here. Indicate problem based on that. Is there any problem? Well, if you look at when the mouth, what you look for is the lips border. All right, your mom here, the features here, the lips doesn't have a border. Okay, so the lips doesn't have a border means 52, 53, 54 years old are difficult. Why is it difficult? They look at the eyes. Now, this is what we call the eyes bring a hint of sadness. Can you see that? So I think one of the things you must tell your mom to do is learn to let go, all right? Learn to feel that she is enough. Learn to have gratitude. Learn to appreciate the good things that has happened, the things that have happened for her in this life. Life is not happening against her. Life is happening for her. As long as she knows that, you'll find that the border will reappear, okay? Free from plastic surgery, all right? That's how you see that improvement. All right. Can you help to understand the mole in my nose? The mole is not inside your nose, it's near your nose, okay? After gave birth to my little one, it appeared and it's grown a little bit because I was trying to remove my fingers. Why are you trying to remove you? Oh, you're trying to remove it with your fingers. All right. This mole is good, all right, because next to the nose hole is blocking well from leaking, okay? So this is actually is considered a kuhon. Nose, yeah. Sorry. How do I say kuhon nicely? Economical. Yeah. Apparently, this mole helps you save money or makes it hard for you to spend money, but it also makes you hard to make money. Okay. You see, people who make a lot of money must know how to spend on buying the right things. Okay. People who don't know how to spend, who's kuhon with money, usually is also very hard to make money. Okay, you might say, but a lot of rich people are very, yeah, that's the word from LC, frugal. No, frugal is different than kuhon. I think stingy, all right, or too careful with money. Some rich people are frugal, but when it comes to something valuable, they know how to spend their money to acquire an asset. All right, so that is the feature that you need to look for. And another thing you need to be careful of is the two lines. Yeah, these two lines cuts your chin. Cutting chin means losing power. Okay, losing power, losing control of something. So being in control is to become aware of what you have first and your strength. Okay. So if you are not aware, this line means you feel like you're losing control of the things that you have, your relationship, your home, or your assets, or even your wealth. So you got to take note of that. Okay. All right. Renee Lau. All right. Would like to ask if it's advisable for my next step in career to work full time as a freelancer and writing my own music books and being a music educator. All right, cheekbones are imbalanced. I met an accident when I was 19. Doesn't matter. Writing music, thank God, doesn't depend on cheekbones. No, your eyes are generally large, okay, and oval-shaped face is methodical when it comes to writing books. The only thing is, again, look at the eyebrows. All right, your eyebrows left and right, and the tail looks a bit dispersed. Okay. So tail looks a bit dispersed is good at starting and bad at finishing, Renee. All right, good at starting, bad at finishing. So if you are writing as a freelancer, what you lack is discipline to complete the job. All right, so if you can find someone to manage you or give you structured process in doing something, then as an artist, you will succeed. All right, because the start of the eyebrow is very nice. The ending is not so good. So you're good at coming up with the idea, but you're not good at executing the idea. Eyebrow tells me that. So then you get someone to finish the job, right? That's what you need to do. Plus, eyebrow is good, can get good partners, all right? So you need to look for that. Okay, wow, a lot of questions here. So we have this from Hui Jun, born in 1990, 28 years old, right at the forehead, right now, here between the eyebrows, work in the IT industry, but confused about future. Of course, you're in the wrong industry. Just look at your facial features. Doesn't suit fire and tech element. Yeah, which job is suitable for me? Can I start my own business? I always look at nose and eyebrows for that, and actually a broad life balance is a good feature. The nose is this is considered low nose bridge, very tolerant, can take hardship, which is good. Eyebrows are very clear, thinking can be clear. All right, so just lack of support at this point because the chin is a bit sharp. This is a support element. So what I need you to do is form the team, because it tells me that you don't have the right team yet. You have the right idea, not the right team. Get the right team and you will be able to start your business very quickly. Okay. All right, guys. Wow. This is, okay. You colored your eyes. Yeah. I thought you were born like this. All right. Dolly Yang. I'm 34 this year, currently in sales construction line. How old will I be able to release my full potential for my career? And well, is the mole flat under my eye something bad? Where is the flat mole under your eye? Okay, listen, you have the eyes is big, and listen, when you color your face, too much makeup is very hard for me to read. So I'm going to read what is easily available. Your sharp chin. First of all, sharp chin don't like to stay home. Yeah, it likes to go out, mingle, and talk to people. Therefore, sales is good, right? So sales related to our job is good. In fact, PR, network marketing, and deal making will be one feature that is suitable for you. But you can see from the front, I can see your nostrils. You spend faster than you make. Therefore, you have to watch out for your spending habits, because that would not be very good for you if you want to actually start and have a successful career. Okay. All right, guys. Right now, I need to stress a few things here. If you have not already, those I've answered, a lot of you guys I know already in the academy. So I want to make sure that you guys are registered and sign up because, this is the last 48 hours, okay? This is the last 48 hours to join the academy. And this academy will not be open for an entire year, at least, or 1.5 years again. So please put click on the link that is on the comment section. It's joeyup.com/winning and enroll yourself in the Face Reading Academy. You have only 48 hours left, okay? And I mean it. Once it's closed, you're not going to be in it, and there'll be no face reading for you forever, all right? So if you want to learn this, learn how to read faces like how I did it and how, Iverson and Nancy in a short while, you need to register right now. 48 hours, we're not kidding, it's going to be closed. And if you want to take advantage of a special announcement that we're about to make before it runs up because it's limited, you need to sign up right now for the advanced tier and join us, okay? Now, I'm going to call up a special guest tonight, and let me introduce her a little bit. And then, of course, at the end, we will be going through some of the photos and some of your questions as well. And, so stay tuned. It's going to be a fun night tonight, okay? Now, let me introduce her a bit. So Nancy was a GM in the IT and banking industry before pursuing a path in Chinese metaphysics. She was the first batch of graduates from the JY Academy back in 2002. That tells you how old she is. And and has over 16 years of professional experience in Chinese metaphysics, okay? And she has been conducting our advanced classes with masters from all over the world at our JY Academy. So she's very, very experienced. And Nancy approaches Chinese metaphysics, in particular face reading, a little bit different from me. And she's known to be much more patient, much more sentimental, and a lot of women and business women from all walks of life look for Nancy, okay, for guidance and advice. And she's here tonight to talk to us about moles, scars, and of course, face reading in her experience. So let me invite you, Nancy, to join us in our interview tonight. Okay. Hey, Nancy, how are you?
Hey, hi, Dato, and hi to the 1,059 viewers. That's a lot of viewers. I'm so excited. Yeah.
Great. Wow. Yeah. So you're now known as the Mole Master. I hope you like
yeah. Today, officially crowned, is it?
Officially crowned the Mole Master. So now let's, now for those of you, some of you are all over the world, might not have met Nancy before. And of course, some of you do. But for the benefit of those who don't, tell us a little bit, about yourself, and how you got into metaphysics, in particular face reading. Why is it your favorite thing?
Okay, I actually got into metaphysics by accident. Yeah, meeting somebody outside, telling me that I will live up to at least 88 years old, but they never mentioned about money. It's always live long, So I thought that maybe I should get something as a safety net, in case I really do live that long. Now, face reading has always been interesting because I come from a typical Chinese family, and mom and grandma always tell us, be careful of people because that one looks, 好似蛇鼠眼啊. You know what's 蛇鼠眼? Snake rat eyes.
Snake rat eyes, wow. We have photos like that, and make sure you don't laugh when I show you photos like that, okay?
Yeah. So things like this was very exciting, and I actually started with you through 八字. Yeah, 八字, and then feng shui, and then
very long.
Exactly. And when you introduced 勉强, I took it twice. I repeated one and two times because it was so fun. Yeah. So I never looked back.
Those were the days, yeah. Those were the days.
Those were the days. Yeah.
Now, what has been the most rewarding thing about teaching and consulting?
I think for me personally, it's when my students come back or my clients come back and tell me that they followed our recommendation and they've gotten the money. Yeah, they've gotten married. There was a girl, I think in Qatar who gotten married just because she followed some of our instructions. And
Wow.
I'm
Isn't
so
that the
happy.
most rewarding thing when we are doing consulting, right?
Yeah,
That's the most
yeah,
fun
that's
thing.
right.
Because always
Correct.
we charge us a fee. A lot of consultants charge a fee, but actually that's for our time, and we also have family and kids to feed. But when the most rewarding thing that we feel in consulting is when we get the feedback, right? When the life has been transformed. So yeah,
Yes.
that's great, right?
Yeah.
And I know you use face reading a lot in your reading. People come to you specifically for face reading.
Yes, yes. In fact, I've been using it myself a lot when I was still in the bank because I need to hire, and I use it a lot for my mom when she's selecting maids. Yeah. So this is where when people come in to me, first thing, of course, I make fun. I said it's really used to 溝仔 and 溝女啊. Why
Hey,
溝仔and 溝？
a lot of people learn here for this reason. Okay, I'm sure they have. Look at that. How many of these questions are about relationships, right?
Yes, correct. So
Please translate 靠仔靠女 for those who don't understand Chinese.
okay, 溝仔溝女 means fishing, yeah, for your other half. Because with face reading, you can already immediately dismiss, yeah, those whom you feel that does not meet up to the mark. So you don't waste time. You
Right.
just go in for the kill. Yeah.
Don't waste time, man. Yeah. So it's all my avoid asshole rules, huh? Okay.
Yes,
Now, right
exactly.
now, having thousands gone through your classes, literally, right? And what would you say be the biggest and most common challenges for new face reading learners? This is for those who are already going to join us at the academy and they're going to be new. And what do you say to them? They're new learners.
Okay. I think what I've learned from you, yeah, Dato, is how to eat an elephant. Yeah. Because most of them, they come in, they want to learn everything at the same time, which is a little bit hard. Yeah. Like you said, how to eat an elephant, bite by bite. So if they were to be a little bit more patient, I think learning would be easier. But they're all over the place.
So what do you recommend bite by bite? So learn one module, practice first before going to the next.
I think that, yeah, but also maybe to tell the student have to tell themselves when they're studying this art, yeah, what is it for? Yeah, for me, when I studied this art, it's just to become a very busybody. I want to know everything about everybody, but that's
So your
not
purpose is know
really.
about people, lah.
Yeah, but actually,
I got a
that's not
question
it.
here from Lena Gobble.
Okay, tell us how doing face reading in Bata has transformed your life. Very much so, because in the past, as you know, it's harder to tell from here, but my eyes are rather big. Yeah. So I'm very trusting. I trust everything that everybody tells me. But with face reading and also Bata, I have become a little bit more careful in trusting everybody every time.
You got
Yeah.
hurt a lot because you easily trust people at that time, right?
Yeah. Yes.
And
True.
because of that, people betrayed you, and then you got hurt really bad,
Yeah.
right?
About
And
few times.
right, and now with this has helped you connect better with people, and you trust the right people now.
Correct. Yes, because they have certain features that I look for.
Very good, very good. So how did you overcome it eventually, right? How do you overcome the challenges of learning face reading? Because some people have challenges, they think it's difficult.
Well, I use a mantra also.
Okay.
Face reading is so easy. So I chant it about a couple of times in the morning. Yeah.
All right.
But
So,
I
but
think,
is it actually easy for you?
yes, it is. It is. Because face reading is something, yeah, that is not technical at all. It's not technical. Like feng shui, I struggle a bit, yeah, because the mountains have got 100 names. There's 100 formulas, yeah. But for face reading, yeah, everybody has a face. Everybody has eyes and nose and mouth. So it is really everything. It's like read what you see. It's so easy.
Right. That's good advice. Right. So now What is the best way to learn face reading then, in particular for you? If you recommend, now a lot of them has already joined the academy as a basic student, and a lot actually, in fact, have in the advanced tier, right? So, what do you think is the best way? Do they study everything first, then read people, or should immediately go out and read people, or then kepo everybody? So, what's the best way to use it? You advise?
Okay, my advice is that you have to go through it a little bit in a very structured manner, yeah, because
Okay.
you're so excited. You look at a person's face, you don't know whether to read the eyes first, or the eyebrows first, or the mouth first, yeah. So I would recommend a very structured way of learning, which I think we have done it before. Yeah, we go through the face, we have a 100-year map, we have the offices, we have a lot of things to look at before we even go individually. And from my experience, yeah, I tried looking at the books. Goodness, you talk about, dragon eyes. How many dragons have I seen except those in Game of Thrones, yeah? But when I come into your class, I could actually see it because you describe it, and sometimes they are students which do have some features which you have never seen. So I love those classes because they are real. Photographs and books and pictures.
People is better, lah, right? Yeah, I talk to. So classroom, of course, is a very good environment because we can talk to each other and bring their faces up and
Yes, correct.
so
Yes.
real.
And
Now, you play mahjong, right?
yeah, I play
So play
mahjong.
mahjong, read face reading is one of the best things, yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
it's the one that's bullshitting. All right, so.
correct.
I think media, number one thing people should use, right? Whatever face reading they use to make sure that the other person is not
Yeah.
pulling a fast one. So that's one way of using face reading. Right. So I have a question here. Now, of course, this one is easy for me to answer, but what would your take on this be?
Okay, it's all overwhelming for all topics. Which topic would suggest that starter? Now, because I'm a woman, Dato, I'm a great multitasker. I do everything at one time, yeah. But if you can't, yeah, I think face reading is a great start because, like I said, yeah, it's one of the easiest ways to pick up Chinese metaphysics because within the face you still have the 5 elements, yeah. You still got a lot of things. So I would think that if you can't multitask, start face reading as a beginning.
Yeah. Face reading, actually, if you ask me, I will say that the best thing, if you don't intend to learn all metaphysics and you only have maybe just the funds to learn just one tool, either feng shui, bazi, or qi, and you want it to be easy, then start with face reading. Because face reading is easy. Unlike the other metaphysics that actually requires a little bit of an analysis, like you analyze a bazi chart and analyze qi chart and all that. Face reading actually is quite straightforward. If someone, like for example, if someone playing, right, keep blinking the eye every time. Wow, this one that can right, right, yeah. So if you're gambling with someone like that, sure, got problem. I mean, someone is saying if you gamble with a poker face, yeah, how nobody can be poker face for too long, right? There'll be something that you can review, and surely you can detect it and be able to, see those people who are cheating you. Okay, so if you don't want to be cheated, I think face reading could be one of the things that very perfect for you to use. Okay, so now as a coach, mentor, and now is big time instructor already, right? What are the first things you see in someone's face, and why is it important for you, Nancy?
Okay, I would normally lock into their eyes, yeah, because regardless of age, old, young, man, female, the eyes would tell me a lot of things, yeah, about them. Whether they are kind, whether they are alert, whether they're sincere, yeah, because this is what we call the spirit of the eyes, the energy of the eyes.
So you use the eyes to tell about the soul first, like the first thing, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Correct.
Sure. All right. Now, so sometimes I look at the eyes, but sometimes I look at the mouth. All right. So for me, it's a little bit different, because the mouth can tell me a lot about the way someone is communicating at that time, whether or not the things they are saying is true or not. While the eyes can tell me the intention, the mouth tells me the information that the person is releasing, whether it's true. So if the mouth talk the time sengek a bit, talk, like a bit moving on the side, then that moment the information might be distorted. Okay, so I like to see that, and you got to pay attention to that, especially when someone is trying to tell you something important. All right, so now our topic today is about something most people have been asking. As you can see, look at the questions coming. All right, about moles or face reading. We're going to talk about that later, of course. What are the most common questions that people ask you, Nancy?
Okay.
Is it also about moles or something else?
No. I think generally the guys will ask me, when am I going to be rich? Will I ever be rich?
Okay.
So it's all about the rich and money things with the guys, The girls would, of course, they start pretending first and they ask about money, but I know it's not about money. It's about when will I get married?
Yeah, so people ask you like those questions like when to get married, but I think a lot of girls talk to you more, I think, than they talk to me, because sometimes something about the relationship. They like to talk to women, and because they understand them better, right? So how do you deal with that? Do you look at the face before you decide how you reveal the information?
Yeah, I would tell them that, when are they going to get married, whether they will get married. It's actually from their face to see whether...
Would you change the way you tell them depending on the face?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Some of them, especially when they're very bony, bones protruding, I know that they're very stubborn. They're not going to listen to you. And to them, they're perfect.
Right.
So I go with the way that you're perfect, it's the sucker who is not perfect. So I will go that approach.
So you appeal to their features first, lah. Your style is appeal to their features.
Yeah, appeal and to get the buy-in.
Right, and then only you tell them what they need to know.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
Because these days I don't use, as you know, I don't do so much consult already, and I think some people don't like my style a lot. Especially when they come to relationship, don't know whether husband got an affair or not, relationship, I just then look for a new one. Right? So for me, it's a very straightforward answer. Yeah, but a lot of people have issues with that. But I'm glad, when a lot of people look for you, because you're much more caring and sentimental, as I was told. And a lot of people talk to you now. Can you summarize like the top 3 women-related questions?
Okay. Women will first ask, look at my face, I have a mole somewhere here. Will my husband find a third party? Tell me now.
All right. So a lot of them ask about this, right? The insecurity that has that, right? Okay.
Right. Then the next thing is...
How many here in this want to know now? That what the second question that Nancy just asked.
Somebody has a friend
Okay, no, I can't say that. Let's put it this way. How many has a friend who wants to know whether their spouse is cheating on them from learning face reading? Okay. All right. What's the third question then that most people ask you?
Okay, the third question is, will they marry a rich husband? And when they do they need to work after that?
Wow.
Somehow, they are all hunting for rich husbands.
This is what women ask you, no? They won't ask me on,
Yeah.
They ask you shit from me on, Right. But they ask you, right? So you see, that's why, we look for different, consultants, and a lot of people look for Nancy because I think she's very very kind and compassionate when it comes to talking about this type of answers with I think guys also ask you these questions, right? right?
Yeah.
So yeah, for me, I think people who knows me for some time, they don't ask me these sort of questions, and normally people come to me for business related questions, and yes, I would use face reading to look at what type of person this is, and what would be the best approach to connect my message with this person, right? Because sometimes the message is there, but it's not so easy to deliver that message, because some people might not receive it in the way that I'm trying to give it. So I have to adjust to their personality by looking at some of their features. So my biggest thing with face reading is it helps me do that, right? And of course, for me, it helps me a lot in my work and business, and I still use it today. I may not teach it so often these days. Actually, I never taught it since when? I said you are 2002 batch, right? I haven't taught this class for so long.
Yeah.
But I still use it all the time, and for me, it has helped me a lot in my career and work, and that's also one of the reasons why I have so many students today, because now I connect better, right? Those days I know it in theory, but I don't practice it as good as I'm practicing it today, right? So we all improve in time, all right. So now, for someone who's totally new to face reading in Chinese metaphysics, how do you think face reading will help them change their daily lives?
I think for them, they will have a purpose. Somehow,
So-
getting up in the morning, looking at the first guy that you look at is probably some guy delivering newspaper.
Right.
And this is the first time you are looking at him with a different perspective.
Right. You're trying to know him now, right?
Yes, your neighbor watering plants, another neighbor walking the dog. So every day is a new day.
Right. So that's fun, right?
It's very fun. Yeah, I
Right.
love this topic. So that's why, I'm so glad you're doing it again. So I'm going to attend it the third time, repeat. I love it.
Great. Wow. So yeah. So anyone who's into relationship, you gotta look for Nancy. Yeah. Now, what about someone who's got some knowledge already in feng shui, parzi, and qi min? How will face reading supplement this knowledge? I think this is important, because I think a lot of people here probably have attended a couple of different programs of ours already, and they want to know how can face reading supplement this or support what they've already learned.
I think your face confirms a lot of things, that you see on the bazi, and even in the feng shui perspective, because end of the day, these are all pieces of jigsaw puzzle that makes up the whole picture called your life. So you've got as many pieces of the jigsaw puzzle, you are able to change, and focus on transforming your life easier. So every time I do a bazi reading, I automatically look at the face to confirm certain things. Every time I do a feng shui consult, I do the same thing. Yeah,
Right.
It's a confirmation thingy.
Okay, so now we will now go through some questions, because today is about mole scars and all that. So I would let's start with the faces that we already have, shall we? All right, and then maybe you can comment on some of the questions that we saved just for you. All right, where was the question that we saved just for you? Which one was about the mole?
Mr. Bird.
Oh, Bird. All right, you want to answer Bird's question? All right, Bird. Okay, so we have
Okay.
Bird here. I am going to put this photo up. All right, Nancy, go ahead.
Okay. Now, as you've taught us well, that no mole is a good mole, with some exception. And this
Right.
is one of those exceptions, because when you have a mole here, first I will look at it as a eating god mole. 食神啊，有得食啊. That means you have the joy to eat, but you also have the opportunity to find great food. So this is one of those rare exceptions, of a good mole. So don't ever take it away. It's the eating god mole. It's a good mole.
Right. Okay, here's a question from someone.
Will face reading have conflict with Bata? No.
Yeah.
I would not say it has any conflict with Bata. I would say that it will confirm and emphasize what the Bata says about you.
Yeah, I think anyone who learns face reading and parzi will know that unless you have not completed parzi and not completed face reading, you pun tong soy, you know pun tong soy, half bucket water, yeah. Then you have conflict, right? If you're a master of the art, it doesn't conflict. All right. So here's another question from it's
I
not coming.
have,
Hold on, do you see it? Yeah.
yeah, it says I have a mole on the right side of the upper lip. Yeah. So on the right side, for women, of course, we do the left and right side thing. Yeah. Right side is when you are younger. So if it is on your right side, it would have been something that have told us about your life when you were younger. Younger means what? Before middle age. But again, this is on the upper lip. If it is on the lip, then it's no good. But if it is above the lip, then it is just like just now, Mr. Bird. It becomes a eating god mole. But if it is on the lip, then it's no good because the lip is about communication. So you may have a little bit of an issue with communication.
Right. Okay. So now we have a question from what's the name? Sincerely. Okay. Sincerely. I am born in 16 June. Okay, it doesn't matter. We're going to use a face reading. Currently working as an insurance agent, but results not good. Will like to ask when will I receive my breakthrough in my career? Okay. Okay. Is this one of the money first and actually hiding a relationship question, Nancy?
Yeah, it looks like it because I noticed that her eyebrow is very sparse. Yeah, it's very faint and very sparse. And she does have a little bit of a bony structure here. So normally for face reading, I like women with a little bit more flesh. Yeah, I don't quite like it when it's too bony. So perhaps one thing good about this, yeah, Sincere, is that whatever we tell you on face reading, it does not dictate your life. You are the master of your own life. So whatever that we tell you on your face, it's a message. So a message comes in through me to you, yeah, is because here is weak. So you may have to be stronger in what you want. Be decisive, yeah. And because the bones are all protruding, yeah, so this is where you may have to practice a little bit more empathy.
Then only I break through, yeah. Because she asked the question about when will something happen, as if she's going to do exactly the same thing, and then some miracle happen next Wednesday, and then she's successful. Yeah, so it's not going to work that way. Okay, so
No, yeah, it's never that.
that's what Nancy is trying to talk about. You got to change something, and because you change something, that leads on to you becoming successful. So the question then boils back down to you, sincerely. When would you want to do it, right? And that's when you can get nearer to your success. Okay, right? Sincerely. All right. So here's another question from Karen.
Okay, she said right side moles are youth, left side matured life, right? It depends on whether you're male or female. We've been taught that for male on the left side, it's before their middle age. For the women, it's their right side, which is before their middle age. So it differs slightly between male and female, yeah, Karen?
Okay. So here is another question. This question is from here, and I'll leave this one to you.
Christine Wu. Hi, is that the one? Christine Wu.
Correct. Yeah.
Hi, my marriage is on the rocks due to third party. I'm 41, born in 77, currently pregnant and forced to quit my job. Would like to know the prospects of my marriage and family. Okay. Now, I noticed that for face reading, we separate the face into 3 sections, yeah? That means from your hairline to your eyebrow, from your eyebrow to the tip of your nose, and from this picture, the tip of your nose to your chin is rather short. That depicts older life, yeah? As I said, this is just a message. So perhaps in the older life, you may have some challenges because you're 40, you're soon coming to 50, breaking into the older life. So how would you, what would like to know the prospects of your marriage? Now, marriage, as far as I can see, because this is a frontal view. I cannot see whether there are any bone structure here. Because if you have a protruding bone structure, the problem may lie with you in your communication with your husband. Yeah, because this is a woman's marriage palace. You're very sentimental because her eyes are huge. Her eyes are bigger than mine.
Too trusting, that's the problem, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Too trusting, that's the problem, and believe all the crap that people tell her. Now this is
Exactly.
right. So and every time when we talk to Nancy is very compassionate, and she'll take some time, slowly tell her about the messages that she see and how to read the face. So every style is different, right? So this is a good thing. I hope this can help her a bit. Yeah, I would tell her, if for me, I would, go straight to the point by saying, don't be a softie, right? Don't be a softie. Stand up for what you think you're worth and walk out there and make shit happen, right? I know you have a big eyes, you trust easily, and a lot of times because of that, people take advantage of you. Don't worry about that. Move on, and you can do this on your own. You're not that weak, right? Because your bone, the bone on your nose, right, is there. It means that you are sufficient if you want to be. So don't let love, or so-called love, be your burden. Instead, make it your strength. All right. So hope that helps, and Nancy's advice would help. Okay. All right. So there's a lot of questions, Nancy. This is from Janik Su. All right.
Okay. She wants to know about her career.
Yeah, I'm going to show this whole thing here now. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Financially unstable, no matter how hard I try saving, will have ways money to go. Okay. I work in call center agent for 10 years, 34 this year. Okay, so 34 is around the eye region. Yeah. The eyebrows to the eye is about the 30. Yeah. So from here, your eyes, I notice it is also very large. But coupled with that, you do have a bit of this very thick lips. So when it's thick lips, it talks about emotions, sentiments. So coupled with eyes and lips, I see your nostrils, dear. And when I see your nostrils, that means to say whether or not you can get the money in, but you cannot hold on to the money. Everything that you earn will be spent because of the nostrils. I see the nostrils. And this is where, end of the day, Janik, you have to rule. You have to govern what you want to do. You cannot just say, because of my features and this is how I will live my life. No. You have to become a little bit more practical, less emotional, and don't spend everything that you make. And I believe that if you do that, you will be financially more stable.
All right, that's good advice for her. Okay, and then we have, let's look at the questions. Nancy, can you see how many questions are coming? So many.
Yeah, they keep popping up.
Yeah, they keep popping up. How about this one? Let's take this one.
Okay. Kian Meng, if we change our perceptions towards something important in our lives, such as becoming more positive towards career and family relationship, will these changes be reflected in Mianxiang? I totally believe so, Kian Meng, because you see, a lot of times, you would have noticed people who are your friends. Some days they will say, hey, you look like you've won the lottery. You've won $1 million. But there are days where, they're very insulting. They'll say, bad things like something happened to your father. Yeah. So why do they say that? You're the same man, Kian Meng. I don't think you did any plastic surgery overnight. Yeah. It is where some days you feel happy. Happiness comes from the heart, and it changes the entire face. Yeah. Whether or not, I don't think it'll change your nose. It won't change your ears. It won't change one up, one down. But basically, what it will change is the entire outlook of your face becomes brighter. Chi will change, happier. All the lips will now go up instead of come down like a boat. Yeah. So definitely, if you become more positive, your face will reflect it. So no need to do plastic surgery.
All right, this is from a urgent question, as you could see.
Okay, please. So many please. Okay, Priscilla.
Presley Tan. All right, so let's read the question.
Okay. I'm 51 years old, thin fire goat, 67, considered low setting pairs of ears. I can't quite see the ears though. And small mouth, according to your videos. Okay.
The video, the mouth, is small. The mouth is not small because it's already larger than the nose, and her eyes is just very close together. So actually, based on her description is actually not correct, because if you look from the eyebrow all the way in the corner, so it's actually big from her face. Yeah.
Correct, correct.
I'm just trying to tell her that it's not small.
Okay. Life is so beautiful today, and I'm pretty successful in my standalone real estate. But I'm still waiting for Mr. Confident. Okay, relationship. So she's waiting for Mr. Confident. Okay, can you read if I could be a multimillionaire in 5 years' time? And if I do ever get married this life, or I might be lonely forever in this life? Well, I think the millionaire part is a very good opportunity because her nose is looking very good. Yeah,
very
the wealth part is good. And from this perspective, I don't see nostrils, the holes. So I believe the millionaire is not a question. But the marrying thing, the marrying thing, the nose is a bit low. This is a marriage palace, and somehow I'm trying to see whether are things balanced. Like your eyes are okay, but the lips are slightly off balance. Yeah, this one is smaller, this one is bigger, and maybe it's the way you're smiling. It's slightly tilted. So when it's tilted, the problem is in the communication. Yeah. Yes, you're looking for a Mr. Confident. You're looking for Mr. Perfect with strong character, but you must be also, I don't know, he's also looking for Miss Perfect. You're looking for Mr. Perfect. So I need to match. So start with the communication. Priscilla, start with saying what is in your heart. Be truthful. Be sincere. And this is where sincerity will draw Mr. Confident. I'm sure.
I think, let me translate that a little bit on because I think Priscilla is a strong lady, right? So when Nancy say be confident and being sincere and truthful, it means to you, Priscilla, be vulnerable. Okay, be willing to tell that you're lonely inside to a man. All right. You go and tell the man how powerful you are and how smart you are. Of course, every guy is so scared lah. All right. You straight away you see him, you must become pussycat ma. Yeah, you become pussycat. Okay lor, at least people can talk to you Wow, you what都識做嘅, everything also can do it. Then you must go and look for an apet lor. Yeah, then maybe can tolerate. That is the difference. Okay. So yin and yang ma. You want to be the yin or you want to be the yang? All right. You gotta decide. If you want a Mr. Confident, then you also need to be truthful and sincere, and be willing to say, you're vulnerable inside, and you need someone to be able to understand that, that person inside. Okay, so that's what I think. From a business perspective, that would be that version, a compassionate version with what Nancy is telling you. Okay, so now you have two perspectives. Okay, so Nancy, we have so many questions coming in here. I think this one is interesting. Why don't you take this one?
Okay. All right. Hello, Dato. I wish to know if the results of face reading in the Asian zone will be the same as that of an African, as far as moles are concerned. Now, the moles are exactly the same, whether you're an African or whether you're Caucasian, or whether you're Asian. The only difference is the features. For example, if let's say I'm doing a feature where it is talking about a hook or beak nose. Now, this would be rather unusual in Asia, because in Asia, most people have very flat nose. But if I were to do it in Middle East, then it's a common thing, so it's nothing different. But the moles, surprisingly, it works the same. Whether you're African, you're Asian, you're Caucasian, it is still the same.
Right.
So
Here's a question from, all right, let's see the name. From Bridget. Bridget Soy. All right. I'm currently a numerologist and I'm a cartomancer. I always wanted to excel in this field. Do I have the potential to excel and provide beneficial benefits to the society? All right.
Oh, definitely. You've got a rather high forehead. Yeah, there's a lot of memory space inside for you to store things. So can, because I believe
high forehead, analytical, and intuitive line is protruding as well, right?
Yeah, you're definitely qualified, Bridget. Come on board.
Yeah, great. Learn face reading also, Bridget. Don't just do your numerologist and cartomancy, right? Because now you review the card just in case sometimes forget what the card say. You still need to see the face, right? When you're looking at your client, then you can read something extra from the face, then add on to your reading. Then you are obviously much more powerful than ordinary cartomancer and numerologist, because now you have two arts. Okay, that'll be something cool. All right, so all right, okay. So here's a question from Ken.
Oh, Ken.
Ken.
All right.
Ken.
What does it mean if I have a red mole under my chin? Now, chin is talking about many things, yeah. Of which one is your home. So if you've got a mole under your chin, that means your house atap leaking. Is it leaking? Can? Because this is your house. This is your home.
Can. All right. New question. All right. This is for. Let's read the question. More dimple on left cheek. So you got a more dimple. I don't know which is a less dimple then. Yeah. So
okay.
You're contemplating to remove your dimple.
How to remove dimple? Fill up Botox.
You gotta fill it up with some shit. All right.
Yeah.
I still grasp. All right. Still grasp which should really focus on. Huh?
Mole on dimple.
A mole on dimple. Okay.
Oh, it's not a dimple. It's a mole. Oh, okay.
Okay. Mole on dimple on left cheek. Does it indicate anything? Yes, it indicates a mole on your dimple.
Okay. Wow, this is a very deep question.
It's a deep question.
Because it's inside the dimple, so it's a very deep question. So, Karen.
Okay, Karen. All right. Nancy, you answer.
Okay. So, Karen, whenever there are moles on your face, dimple inside dimple, outside dimple, it is again something which I believe is just a message, yeah? And of course, dimple by itself is already not so good. It looks pretty, it looks cute, but because we don't like dimples, we don't like scars, we don't like moles, yeah? So if you say a dimple is no good and you have a mole inside the dimple, yeah, it's just that maybe around your 40s, be prepared for challenges in life, that's all. But whether or not you remove or you don't remove, you fill up the dimple with Botox and you remove the mole, I believe the things will still happen if you don't consciously change. Yeah. So it's not going to help. You remove the messenger. Bye-bye, messenger. So no need to remove. Leave it there. Yeah. Because it's a constant reminder to you that you need to maybe improve something in around 40 something in your life.
All right. A good one. Okay, so there's a question here for you, Nancy. You cover your face though, but you gotta read the question.
Okay, I had beautiful full eyebrow, but when puberty started, I started to pick my eyebrows by hand. It is an obsession. By now, 3/4 of my eyebrows are gone. Some come back, but a lot of them don't. I'm 50 years old. What does it mean? Okay, and you see, by virtue of the fact that you pick your eyebrows, yeah, and slowly you become more obsessed with picking it, that shows already that you're turning to be a little bit more meticulous, more, to a certain extent, petty, a perfectionist, yeah, because you do that. Now, as far as going back, I don't think you're ever going to come back, but you can change your nature. You can be less, yeah, meticulous, be less petty, yeah. Look at things on the bright side, just let go, and things will be okay, whether or not you have eyebrows, because you are now consciously taking the message and transforming yourself. Okay, Anne?
All right, that's good thing coming. All right, so I've got another question here from
Okay, Leela. Leela Lee.
Lee.
Leela Lee. Okay. Lots of moles on my face. Shall I remove? Should I wait for better career opportunities and continue with my option trading? Okay, now you see, there's this thing about a face when you have a lot of freckles. One more doesn't make a difference. When your face have a lot of moles, one more doesn't make a difference. It is only a bit of a concern if your face is entirely free of mole and one day you find one. Then it becomes something that we need to look at, and we need to find out where exactly that mole is sitting on so that we can pass the message to you. Yeah, or you can learn it, because maybe you've got moles that is disappearing. Instead of adding, you're disappearing. Then what's left?
Some moles actually disappear on, and some moles appear a little bit later in your life, because as I think I like the way Nancy has put it, it's like a message telling you something. So a lot of people just remove the messenger, but removing the messenger means now you don't have the message, right? You want to know what the message says, so you got to interpret what the mole is trying to tell you before the event or problem happens, so that you could rectify it and change it. And that's the reason we learned this. Okay, so I don't think you need to remove the messengers. All right. That's the thing. So her other question is option trading, right? She's asking whether she should wait for better career opportunities or continue with option trading. But this is not an option trading phase. All right, let me answer this one. Yeah. All right. So if you look at the face here, you could see a few things. Number one, option trading, we need more straighter eyebrows who can make decisive decisions that is unemotional. Your eyebrows comes with a spearhead on the left side. Can you see it protruding upwards? So emotional or temperamental people investing in trading need to be very firm and be able to exit as and when needed, following a formula-based driven. A round forehead is someone who is actually more sentimental and more driven by emotions, more than someone who's driven by logic. Okay, so I don't think you make a very good options trader. What's her name again? Lila Piak Piak. Okay, so please take note of that. Okay, now wow, a lot of questions still coming in. Do you have the most questions, man? Are you guys enjoying this so far? How many of you guys are enjoying? Give us a thumbs up or a like or a type of me on the comment section so we can see you. All right, and if you do, we'd appreciate if you click on the share button and share with all your friends right now. All right, keep them coming in so we can see who's here. Yeah, a thumbs up or a me, so we know you guys are enjoying the session. Cool. Wow, so much coming in here. All right, Nancy, pick this one.
Mole on the right side eyebrow. This is similar to the one that we did, isn't it? The eyebrow thing. Well, eyebrow by itself talks about leadership, yeah, brotherhood, discipline. So it could mean many things, yeah. And sometimes, Denise, when we look at face reading, you got to learn that there are this thing called one position reading and multiple position reading. So when you do a mole on the right side, yeah, that's one position. But to confirm whether it is your leadership problem, your career problem, yeah, or your relationship problem, we need to see your face, your entire face.
Right. All right, Nancy.
Yes.
We are now. You have so much to offer and so much value. And I've talked to you earlier, me and my team is going to arrange a very, very special session just for you to address all our advanced students. That most of these are already in the academy anyway. So, yeah, and you said that you will be willing to share your valuable experience and time in training them on a topic called mole scars and birthmarks, right? So I'm going to put up this screen right now. This here, it's a very, very special program by Nancy, and it's a new announcement tonight. It's a new additional bonus for all our advanced here. It's a live class by Nancy called Mole Scars and Birthmarks, and it's going to be on the 2nd January. Wow, just fresh after New Year. So I'm presuming this is also going to include a little bit about the face reading for 2019, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Right, and for the next 30 of you, I think some of you already signed up, so I don't know how many is left. For the next 30 of you, you are also going to get this. Those who are already in here, you guys automatically get this. Those who are going to join us as of now, who is not yet already, this is the special announcement. And Nancy, it's going to personally teach you guys live on birthmarks, moles, and scars. Nancy, tell us a little bit about this program.
Okay, now this is going to be very interesting because this is where a lot of people have been asking, yeah, what's the difference between a mole? What's the difference between a scar and a birthmark? Now, I would like to, at this point in time, yeah, talk about things that you carry with you from the start. That means it comes with you from birth, versus those that you collect along the way.
This life, yeah, okay.
All right. And then some that you collect along the way, maybe you have an accident in the gym, and then you created a scar on your face, yeah? So I'm going to tell you the difference.
And you're going to talk all about this?
Definitely, yeah.
Right.
So I do look forward to seeing you guys, because really knowing a person, yeah, through their face is very easy once you know how to do it. Yeah.
So
now,
great. And this program, now of course all those who are already in are advanced students, so it's not going to it's going to be an additional topic on top of all they have already learned. By the time they go for your program, they would have already known the 100-year map. So would all these scars and birthmarks be good for them when they learn this?
Oh yes, definitely, because as of now they don't know that they are palaces, yeah, they are offices, and the actual points of the 100-year. So once they've done that, they will know exactly, yeah, the movement of time. Because a lot of times people just want to know character. Am I good? Am I kind? Am I cruel? But with all these things, yeah, they will know the exact and pinpoint the exact year that issue may happen to them. That's why I say do not remove scars the moles, because it can pinpoint the exact timing.
Wow, that's cool. So guys, if you are interested in joining Nancy in this program, it's joeyup.com/winning. And Kenny, can you tell me how many already still left?
Only 18.
Only 18 more left, all right? It's not 30, it's 18 more left right now. So if you guys are in, please go to joeyup.com/winning right now and join us at the advanced program. All those of you who are already in advance, you got this already. This is a special announcement, special bonus, specifically from Master Nancy here, and she will be addressing everything that you want to know about moles. So all types of moles, whatever color they are and size, she will be able to address it. Plus birthmarks, all right? Birthmarks are different than moles, as she has told you, and she has rightly said some moles you carry on with you during birth, so it's from your previous life, and some you develop along the way, which is because something you do, it triggers a reaction or karma, whatever you call it, and subsequently you have a mole, a messenger tell you something, and then you want to know what it means. All right, so there's a question here that says, is it online? Is online. So, and it will be recorded, of course. If you can't do it live, you can watch it, but join live. You can ask Nancy questions while she is teaching this, okay? So it'll be great, and you will definitely enjoy this entire process, okay? So guys, one more time here, be sure to join us for mole scars and birthmarks with Master Nancy on the 2nd of January at 7:30 p.m. Malaysia time. Okay, so the class can go on for, I think, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. I don't know how many questions, because Nancy likes to talk, and you guys will have a great time in the conversation. So, right, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Master Nancy for her valuable time tonight with us, and for sharing, this, evening. I think we spent like almost 2 hours here. Okay, so thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you. All right, and good night, everyone. Good night. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Please share this with your friends, and I will definitely see you again very soon. Thank you.